This is my friend Serena, so she's going to be joining me for this video. So today's video is going to be advice for freshman year, so if you're entering high school. So we're just going to share some things that we wish we would have known when we were freshmen. Yeah. The first thing is do not get sucked into drama freshman year. Don't do it. There's dramatic people, just stay away, because you want your high school experience to be as good as possible, and it truly is like kind of short, so you really want to make it fun while it lasts, because like we're seniors right now, so once you get into senior year you're like, oh crap, like it's almost over, and then sometimes, you know, you want it to be done and you want to like leave high school, and other times you're like, wow, like I'm gonna miss this so much. Like you're never gonna see all the people that you see every day like you usually do, so it's like a lot different. So starting freshman year, you really have to make like every single day count and just enjoy yourself, and getting caught up in drama will really just not help.
Just don't get sucked into everybody's drama. Like if it's not yours, then just don't get involved. It's gonna backfire on you.
Like I tend to get into other people's drama, or I used to, because I'd always want to help them and like help them work through it. But honestly, like you need to just let them do their thing, and if they want to be like all dramatic and have drama with other people, then that's fine, but like just try to stay out of it as best as you can, and don't start drama either. Like that's just the worst. No one likes some people who start drama, so that's just not in your best interest. So secondly, I feel like every like middle schooler, when they're going into high school, right when they get into freshman year, they start thinking about like all these APs that they think they're gonna have to take, and like, okay, I'm gonna have to take this AP this year and this many this year, and oh my god, I need to take like 25 during my junior year. Oh my god, like I only have 23. I need 2 more. Like I need 25.
You don't need that.
No, you really don't. Like my freshman year, like you can't really take APs freshman year. I mean, some circumstances you can, but I don't know about other schools, but at our school you can't really take that many APs freshman year. I think sophomore year you can take more, but honestly, high school is really not like all about APs. Like I understand when people say like, I want to get into a good college, so I need to take a lot of APs, but colleges don't always just want to see AP. Like they want to see other stuff and see that you took hard classes, but you also were doing other things. So there's no need to take on like 7 APs. So don't come into high school thinking, all right, I'm going to make this plan to take this many APs this year and this many that year. Like no, like you also have to enjoy yourself, because what's the point in being miserable all the time just to have AP classes?
Yeah. And I think that just do what you can handle. Like don't overwhelm yourself, and do what you actually want to learn.
Yeah.
Or like sign up for classes that you actually want to learn, and because that's what colleges would want to know, like what you like and what you're interested in, rather than just taking a bunch of AP classes that you probably don't even care about really.
Yeah. So the third thing is like school events. Try to go to as many school events as possible, because once you get to your senior year and you're coming like your last homecoming is coming around, and you're like, oh my gosh, like this is gonna be my last homecoming ever, and what if like you regretted not ever going years before, and especially freshman year, like you only have 4 possible homecomings to go to in your whole entire life. And I know that sometimes people are like, oh well, dances are stupid, like these events are stupid. It's like, but it's not like it's gonna ever happen again. You only have 4 chances to do it. You might as well go to all 4. They are fun if you make them fun. So go to as many school events as possible, because once you're a senior, you're literally gonna miss them so much.
I think for me, I didn't go to any. I didn't go to any events for freshman or sophomore year, and then junior year came around, and then I started going, and I was like, okay. I mean, like homecoming was not fun, but it was fun with the people that you went, and I just wish I had more opportunities.
The event itself is definitely not like homecoming is really not that great, but it's like the people that you go with is what makes it good, and then whatever you do afterwards, like you go get food and you hang out, like that's what makes it good. And like you just have to try to enjoy yourself as many of these events as possible, because they're really not going to last very long.
Yeah, I didn't even go to a lot of football games, and then we just had our last football game,
and it's sad.
It feels really sad.
Yeah, like the football games are so much fun. Like honestly, sometimes people will be like, no, it's not gonna be fun. Like, how do you know that if you don't go? Like, just go. Like, there's no point in sitting at home. Might as well just go to the event and have some fun and hang out with your friends and get to know some new people.
Yeah, just do it, honestly. You're gonna regret it later.
So the next thing is to do your own thing and not succumb to like peer pressure. Like, you shouldn't feel obligated to have to do things that other people are doing. Like, just be yourself and do what makes you happy and what is gonna like give you the most joy and that you're gonna have the most fun doing, because there's no point in doing things that other people are doing just because you're like, oh, they're cool. Like, no. So also in high school, your friend group tends to change and get a lot smaller from freshman to senior year. So starting in freshman year, like, don't hang on to bad friendships, because there's always new people that you can meet, and sometimes like certain friends, although it's super hard to let go, sometimes they're just not, you know, worth having as friends. Like, if you put more into the friendship than they are, then there's no point in staying in that friendship.
Yeah, it's a give and take. I mean, you can't, if you find yourself giving more than the other person, then it's kind of like you're being the nice one, but you're hurting yourself, and you're kind of like, kind of don't have respect for yourself in a way if you're willing to hold on to something that you're not receiving the same effort. But yeah, your friend group like really goes smaller and smaller,
and it changes a lot.
Yeah. So just
be willing to meet new people.
Yeah. Be open.
Yeah, you don't want to hang on to toxic friendships, because there's no point. It's unnecessary. If you know, it's just not worth it, because you could find other people, and although you think like, oh, but this is my best friend, like, sometimes things change and people just stop putting in effort, and it sucks, but you have to let go at some point.
And real friends shouldn't get upset with like these new people that you're hanging out with.
Yeah.
They really shouldn't. I mean, they should just let you do your thing too.
Yeah. And there's always like, if you're having issues with a friend, it's literally 100% okay to walk away and take a break and kind of like look at the situation from a step back and kind of see what's going on and see what's good for you. If like taking a break from the friendship is good and then coming back to it later, then it'll be a much better friendship. Or maybe you just have to leave it entirely, and you know, you just kind of have to play it by ear and look at it from a distance, and don't get so caught up in like, oh, but I want to stay friends, like we've been friends forever. I know, like, when you've been friends for like years, like, oh, I've been friends with this person since elementary school, but sometimes it just doesn't last. So last thing is, do not be scared of going into high school. It's really not as bad as it really seems, or as scary. I know that when I was going into high school, I was like, oh my gosh, like these big high schoolers, I'm really scared, and I was intimidated, but they're not that bad. Like, don't let them scare you. They're not that much older than you if you really think about it. So especially like sophomores and juniors, that's only 1 and 2 years older than you. They're not that much older. Sometimes maybe, you know, they're bigger or taller, but they're really not that scary. And as long as you don't make it seem like you're scared of them, they're not going to do anything to you. And even if you do seem scared, they're not going to do anything. So just because you're a freshman doesn't mean that you should be scared, because it's really not as bad as it seems.
And if anything, I think we like to act like we're tough, but we're not. I mean, I think I did too. Like, I like to act when I see kids that are younger than me. I'm not gonna lie. I like to act like, oh my god, yeah, I'm walking up to senior hill. But like, we're actually not. We're all the same, to be honest. If we were all put together in like a class, we all practically act the same.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm sure like the seniors, like when they're walking around school, they're not going to see you and know that you're a freshman necessarily, unless you're really small, but they're not going to be like, oh my god, that person's a freshman, like I'm going to go mess with them. Like, no one's going to do that to you. So don't be scared of that, don't be intimidated, just do your own thing and don't worry about it. Okay guys, so that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you're going into high school, good luck.
Good luck.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. I hope that this video helped, and if it did, please give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. Bye guys.
Bye.
But you already had it. You already